Your operations manager has the role. She has the title. She has the responsibility. But every time a decision needs to be made, it ends up on your desk, and you wonder why you can never step back from the business. The problem is not her. The problem is that nobody ever defined what she is actually allowed to decide. Decision bottlenecks are the hidden tax on every growing company. Work slows down not because people are lazy, but because every decision above a certain size requires the founder or the CEO. People stop making calls. They escalate instead. The founder becomes a bottleneck. The team becomes dependent. And the business stops moving at the speed it should. The frustrating part, the roles are clear. The RACI is done. But having a role does not automatically give you the authority to make the decisions that role requires. That authority needs to be explicitly defined, and most companies never do it. The result? A company full of capable people who are waiting to be told what to do. Not because they cannot decide, but because they were never told they could. The fix is a decision authority map. It uses a framework called DACI: driver, approver, contributors, informed. Similar to RACI, but designed specifically for decision-making. I'm going to walk you through how to build one, using a real product launch as the example. The free template is in the description. The 4 DACI roles. D is driver. This is the person who runs the decision process. They gather input, manage the timeline, and make sure the decision gets made. There can be more than one driver. A is approver. This is the person with final authority. They make the call. There can only ever be one approver per decision. If there are 2 approvers, neither is truly accountable, and the decision will either get made twice or not at all. C is contributor. These are people whose expertise or stake in the outcome means their input is needed before the decision is made. Their input can change the decision. They are consulted before, not after. I is informed. These are people who need to know the outcome after the decision is made. They do not give input. They just need to be kept in the loop. How to build your decision authority map. Step 1. List your key decisions. Not every operational task, the 10 to 15 decisions that currently cause the most bottlenecks, confusion, or escalation. For our product launch example, approve the go-to-market strategy, set the price, approve the marketing budget, sign the vendor contracts, decide the launch date. Step 2. For each decision, name the approver first. Who has final authority? One person, one role. If you cannot name one person, that is your bottleneck. That decision is currently being made by nobody, or by whoever shouts loudest. Step 3. Name the driver. Who owns the process of getting to the decision? For the pricing decision in our example, the sales lead drives it. They gather market data, get input from finance, propose options, but the CEO approves. Step 4. Add contributors and informed. Who needs to give input before pricing is decided? Finance and marketing. Who needs to know the price after it is set? The full sales team, customer success, operations. Step 5. Add decision thresholds. This is the part most companies skip, and it is the part that eliminates the most unnecessary escalation. A threshold defines when a decision can be made at one level versus when it must go higher. Example: the operations manager can approve vendor contracts up to €5,000. Above 5,000, it goes to the CEO. Below 5,000, the CEO never sees it. That single threshold removes dozens of unnecessary approvals every year. Here's the real difference between a manager and a leader when it comes to decisions. A manager makes all the decisions. A leader builds a system where the right person makes the right decision. And the leader only gets involved when they genuinely need to. When you define decision authority clearly, you are not giving up control. You are multiplying it. Because 10 people making good decisions in parallel is faster than one person being a bottleneck for everything. 4 roles. Driver runs the process. Approver makes the call. One person only. Contributor gives input before. Informed gets updated after. Add thresholds to define when decisions escalate. And share this map with your team, in a meeting, not by email. Take the biggest decision bottleneck in your company right now, the one that always ends up on your desk or your CEO's desk. Map it with the DACI framework. Name the approver. Add a threshold. You will be surprised how quickly the bottleneck disappears when everyone knows who is allowed to decide. The free Decision Authority Map template is in the description. Download it, fill in your 10 most bottleneck decisions, and run a 30-minute session with your team this week. You have now got clear processes, captured knowledge, defined roles, and mapped decision authority. But none of that matters if your team cannot communicate clearly about what is happening. In the next video, I tackle communication clarity. What happens when information flows are broken, meetings are pointless, and nobody knows what is going on. Subscribe so you do not miss it. Tesselize, making all the pieces fit.